Central Water Commission. Now I am working as a specialist environment on deportation in Upper Yamuna River Board. And I am also thankful to Chief Engineer NWDA and the Director NWDA Pune, who give me the opportunity to deliver this lecture on the topic water quality management and the role of Central Water Commission. Now, what is the importance of the water on our earth? If we see the importance of water on earth, एक श्लोक है रामचरितमानस में, क्षितिजल पावक गगन समीरा पंच रचित अति अधम शरीरा. It means the human body is consist of 5 elements. That is the earth, air, water, fire, and the space. Nowadays, water become an indicator of the development. More availability of the good water, quality of water means more development. But day by day, due to reason of the industrialization, urbanization, the water quality is deteriorating. And if we see in this slide, the availability of the water on the earth, that is 97.4% is the salt water in ocean and the sea. And only the 2.6% is the 2.6% is the fresh water. Major part of the fresh water is deposited in ice cap and the glacier, and only the groundwater is 0.59%. And in a surface, if we talk about the surface water, that is the found in a very limited way. But क्या हो रहा है, day by day we are using our deposit money, like a deposit bank की deposit money we are using, means कि groundwater resources we are using. So now it is very necessary to save our surface water. It is just like our monthly salary. So that is the first concept, because we have a very limited quantity of the fresh water, that is only the 2.6%. Water is the just all the person is now about the jo science background ke other person, they now about the just like this is the H2. But I define the water in a different way. Water is not just like a H2O, but it contains a variety of the cations and the anions in a various concentration. Cations means like a calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, anions, chloride, nitrate, fluoride, sulfate. These are the ions. This is the H2O, the combination of these cation, anion, metals, and the other ions. Means that if these ion concentration in the water is within the permissible limit, that is given by the World Health Organization, Bureau of Indian Standard, ICMR, they give the water quality standards. If the water contains cation anions are within the permissible limit, means that water is fit for our drinking purpose or irrigation purposes. Okay? And so water quality is defined as those physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of the water which the user evaluates the acceptability of water. Means कि water quality is defining physically fit होना चाहिए, chemically fit होना चाहिए, and biologically fit होना चाहिए. इसको हम किस तरह से डिफाइन करेंगे? फिजिकली. फॉर एग्जांपल रिवर फ्लो कर रहा है, कैन वी ड्रिंक द वाटर? नहीं पी सकते, क्योंकि सम टर्बिडिटी, सिल्ट है उसके अंदर, मतलब या किसी वाटर में सम ओडोर इज देयर, वी कैन नॉट एक्सेप्ट फॉर द ड्रिंकिंग पर्पस. केमिकल कंटामिनेशन means that if the cation anion concentrations is above the permissible limit, so we can't drink that water. And the biological characteristics means that water is contaminated due to region of the coliform, fecal coliform, E. coli, means that it is not acceptable for the drinking. If we talk which parameter is immediately effect on us, that is the biological contamination. If the पानी यदि chemical contamination है, यदि fluoride के concentration ज़्यादा है, its effect long term. But biological contamination है, so immediately that's effect on our human body. Okay. And this slide is showing the major and the secondary constituents in water. Means के कुछ ions इस तरह के होते हैं, like sodium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, sulfate, chloride. These ions is found in a higher concentration in the water. And the secondary ions like iron, fluoride, nitrate, potassium, these ions are found in a lower concentration, like a 0.01 to 10 milligram per liter, like this type. So we categorize the ion in a major and secondary ions. And this is the important slide. We will discuss the water quality issues in India. What are the water quality issues in India? We will discuss in this slide. First is the biological contamination. Biological contamination means that waterborne disease are the most important water quality issues in India, because the inadequate arrangement or transportation of the wastewater, that is the affecting the over groundwater as well as the surface water quality. Untreated wastewater can spread the diseases that contaminated the drinking water. Just I say the surface water. If the untreated water is यदि lake वगैरह में जाता है, river में जाता है, if we drink it पानी, that is the affecting our health. And the main cause of the biological contamination is the disposal of the untreated and partially treated sewage in our surface water bodies, rivers. That is the major cause of the biological contamination. And due to leaching or percolation of waste, that effect over the groundwater quality. So the biological contamination is the one of the issue in India. And second is the chemical contamination. Chemical contamination, first we can number of the sources they contaminated the over surface water as well as the groundwater sources. First is the natural occurring chemicals. Natural मतलब कि nature के अंदर पाए जाते हैं, ग्राउंड वाटर में पाए जाते हैं, that is the arsenic and the fluoride. And second is the agriculture activity. Due to region of the agriculture activity, nitrate contamination and the pesticide level is increasing in our surface water as well as our groundwater. And the human settlement, if the domestic waste is not treated properly, means that impact over water resources bodies like a lake, river, and other groundwater sources due to region of the nitrate and the phosphorus. Industrial activity. That's depend on the which type of industries is there. If some industries is polluting over groundwater and the surface water bodies due to region of the heavy metals and other pesticide, pharmaceutical waste, cadmium concentration, chromium concentration. One of the example, I give some example in further slides, like Kanpur. Kanpur is a chrome industries, leather industry. So that is the chromium concentration is very high in their waste water. So that is polluting over surface water as well as the groundwater resources. Second, generally we know about these pollution, but some emerging pollutant is also affecting our aquatic environment. That is the pharmaceutical waste, pesticide, fertilizer, PCBs. PCBs means polychlorinated biphenyl, fluorinated, disinfectant byproducts. These are the some emerging pollutant in our aquatic environment. Why I am calling the emerging pollutant? Because this is the very big challenges, because we not have a lot of data regarding the pharmaceutical pesticide level in our groundwater and the surface water bodies. So these are the emerging pollutant, and this is due to region of the some that is the food additives, pesticide, wood preservatives. इनके कारण this emerging pollutant is increasing in our water bodies. And other water quality, river water quality issues, if we talk, that is the high organic contents, high nutrients, excess presence of the pathogens, accumulation of the pollutant in our catchment area. These are water quality issues in our river. River receiving the significant high amount of the organic matters, which is originated due to region of the domestic waste. For biodegradable of these organic required the oxygen. The organic contents required the oxygen. So for the biodegradation of the organic matters. So the dissolved oxygen level is come down in the our river and other water bodies like a lake and other. So the fish killing, you listen the fish killing in the some river, like इस तरह से आपने सुना होगा. High nutrient concentration. High nutrient concentration means के domestic waste में क्या होता है कि high nutrients होते हैं, phosphorus की concentration, nitrate की concentration. These concentration increase the growth of the algae. So that is the eutrophication. आपने एक word सुना होगा, that increase in our water bodies. Excess presence of the pathogens. Day by day, जो domestic waste है, that increasing the total coliform level concentration in our rivers, and the continued flow of the sewage water and the dumping of the animal dead bodies in the stream. These are the major source of the pathogen in the rivers. And these pathogens making the unsuitable for the water for the drinking and the irrigation purpose in the rivers. I give one example to you. Pollution load in the river, in Yamuna. अब हम यदि river Yamuna की, if we talk about the river Yamuna, complete river Yamuna is not polluted. Only some river stretches are polluted. Like this is slide is showing the example. Only the 22-kilometer Delhi stretch is the highly polluted due to reason of the domestic waste and some industrial waste. Here, an upstream area is not polluted, and downstream area after the confluence of the Chambal River, Sindh River, and the Betwa River, this river, this water quality is good. So we cannot say हम इस तरह चाहिए. Lot of the person is reporting like this type of things. Yamuna is polluted. Some river stretches are the polluted due to reason of the some cause, and they talk about the chemical contamination. One fluoride issue is there. Fluoride problem, not only India is not only facing this problem, but internationally, some Pakistan, Bangladesh, Argentina, USA, and the other countries is also facing the problem of the fluoride. If we, in this map, if we see the fluoride concentration, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, are also these districts is also affected due to the high fluoride concentration. That is the why fluoride is affected. Fluoride is a highly electronegative element in our periodic table, and the fluorosis is endemic in many parts of the world, particularly in India. And according to the WHO, sir, WHO give the guideline for the fluoride, that is the 1.5 milligram per liter is the desirable limit for if the concentration is the above the permissible, means its effect on human beings. That's the fluoride आपने सुना होगा, interfluorosis cases, skeleton fluorosis. These are the some examples of the dental fluorosis. इसमें भी we have a different category of the fluorosis. Initially, the some fluoride concentration, if the higher concentration, its effect on the tip of the teeth. And यदि हम रेगुलर फ्लोराइड कंसंट्रेशन कंज्यूम करेंगे इन अबाउट द 1.5 milligram या अबाउट द 3 milligram per liter, its effect on our body. It's due to reason of this then skeleton fluorosis is occurs. We listen about only the fluorosis, dental fluorosis and the skeleton fluorosis, but it's also effect on our brain. Some study is done by the China, and they give the some results, and really they give the that's a fluoride higher concentration affect the intelligence of the children's. And I give you one example. During my postdoctorate research work in Rajasthan, also indicate the exposure of the fluoride associated with the reducing the intelligence in the children. मैं कुछ गांवों में गया था, तो वहां स्कूल के अंदर जाके बात किया टीचर से, तो also collect the some water sample. And the teachers का उस समय ये था, they not know what is the concentration of the fluoride in their source that is using by the children's students of the school. उनका एक वर्ड था कि सर इन बच्चों को इतना पढ़ाते हैं लेकिन ये सर फेल हो जाते हैं, ये इतने इंटेलिजेंट नहीं है. मुझे सरप्राइज हुआ उस समय. आई थिंक मे बी पॉसिबल दे आर सेइंग भाई बता रहे होंगे कि भाई बच्चे नहीं पढ़ते हैं लाइक दिस टाइप. बट व्हेन आई एनालाइज देयर सैंपल, आई फाउंड द फ्लोराइड कंसंट्रेशन of that school source is the above the 5 milligram per liter. Then I study, I also read this article that is published in the international journal. Then I correlated, yes, it is also affecting the brain of the children. Means intelligence is also affecting. Generally, we now, and other effect we have, and India is also really facing the problem of the fluoride and the fluoride problem. And what is the mitigation of the fluoride? Only one mitigation of the technology is coming. RO technology and the Nalgonda technique and the sub electrolysis techniques, and a lot of the techniques is come in, but due to they have some limitations. All the technology having some limitations, so they are not acceptable. For example, charcoal technique, bone charcoal technique, that is not acceptable in Indian environment. कि हम bones के द्वारा हम उसको fluoride remove कर रहे हैं, and after the treatment not drink. So some safe some mitigation method is the nutritional concentration. Means that sub we increase intake of the calcium, vitamin C, E, and other oxygen. That is the one method for the mitigation of the fluoride. And to avoid the fluoride rich items, आपको पता है कि हम दो तरह के नमक खाते हैं, एक सिंपल सॉल्ट एंड एक होता है ब्लैक सॉल्ट. You know, black salt having a very high concentration of the fluoride. So these type of the items need to be avoided. Other safeguard we can take drinking water sources in the village. आपको पता है कि this water resource, ये hand pump having the very higher concentration of it. So avoid this type of the sources, and they use the surface water sources. These are the some fluorosis mitigation methods. And the second chemical contamination is the arsenic contamination. Arsenic is a well-known carcinogen, and is considered as one of the world's most hazardous chemical. And arsenic contamination groundwater are emergent in the huge problem. And according to the IARC, that is the this is the very toxic element and place in a group 1 class. And arsenic groundwater contamination is affecting the around 150 million across the world, peoples across the world. Major region is affected are the delta and the river basins. For example, Bengal Delta and some other international delta in Belgium, Genini River Basin area, Mekong Delta area. These are the some deltas of the surface water. Is the river basin is the affected. If we talk about the in India in groundwater, these are the some areas is showing the arsenic concentration above the 50 ppb in our groundwater resources. And in India, first case of the arsenic poisoning come under the light in 1983. And the West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Bihar, Haryana, and Andhra, Chhattisgarh, Assam, Karnataka, and some part of the Gujarat is also found some arsenic concentration above the permissible limit. The main source of the arsenic contamination in Ganga river basin and delta sediment is believed that is the Himalaya mountains and Shillong plateaus are the main sources. If we talk about the water quality standards, different countries like Argentina, Bangladesh, China, सभी ने different concentration दिया, and that is the 50 microgram per liter, and that is the concentration of the arsenic in the groundwater. And WHO has also reduced first initially that is the 50 ppb, but they reduced the concentration that is the 10 ppb. These are the some excessive long-term effect of the toxic inorganic arsenic in drinking water and food items may result the arsenosis. And the major arsenosis affect the area have been reported largely in deltas, and this arsenic contamination effect of skin disorder, skin cancer, internal cancer, and also its effect on our effect on human skin. And these are the health effect of the arsenic. Hyperkeratosis also occurs in skin disease. These are the skin disease. And the some industrial waste. Third chemical contamination is the industrial waste. Lot of the industries are polluting our groundwater sources as well as the surface water sources due to the discharging the untreated industrial waste in our surface water bodies. And these are the some factors affecting the water quality of groundwater. These are the some like dumping of the chromium sludge. Its effect of the our groundwater sources as well as the surface water sources. Chromium pollution. And this some industrial waste is also affecting our surface water. One example I give you, Central Water Commission conducted a study during the some sugar mill effluent that is called the molasses. Molasses is discharged by the Chadda sugar mill in Punjab, and this is the situation. The molasses sugar industry molasses having the higher concentration of the organic load. Due to the region of this organic load, a complete dissolved oxygen level of the Vyas river is come zero. And due to region of the lot of the fishes and all the aquatic animals are dead around the lot of the kilometers. As a molasses, this is the organic load. Nutrients value is very high, and so that is the reason its effect over surface water bodies. And one is agriculture activities. Other example is the agriculture activities. In the agriculture pollution, nutrient concentration is very high, particularly in the nitrate and the phosphorus. Due to this region, eutrophication and occurs. And eutrophication, this is the cause. This is the discharge of the domestic waste and the agriculture runoff, yeah, industrial effluent. That's increase the nutrient concentration in our surface water bodies, and so that promote the growth of the algae in the water body, and they promote the bacterial decomposition, and they decrease the oxygen level. They decrease the oxygen level. So this is the high concentration of nutrient. Agricultural activity also affecting our water quality of our water bodies. These are the some giving the increasing the plant growth, high concentration of the nitrate and nitrogen, promote bacteria, decrease the this is the cause of the eutrophication. And the some landfill sites, बड़े-बड़े cities हैं, they are generating the very lot of the solid waste, and they will not have a proper dumping sites, या जिसे हम कहते हैं landfill sites. These are the some example of the Ghazipur landfill site. They are dumping the solid waste. They're not having a proper landfill site as an engineering point of view. जहां गड्ढा दिखा वहां पर solid waste dump कर. You know the solid waste having the very higher concentration of the pollutants, like the TDS is very higher. COD, BOD, biological oxygen, BOD, organic load is very high. Chemical load is very high. And after the leaching, जब भी बारिश आएगा, इसके leachates is runoff and they pollute the over groundwater as well as the over surface water bodies, rivers. So these are the one of the cause. Landfill side leachate is also affecting our water quality of the over water bodies. POPs, these are the some these are the organochlorines, and these are the emerging pollutant, and DDT, like this type of the chemicals we are using. So this affecting after the runoff of the rivers, its concentration is becoming very high, and they deposited. इनका decomposition नहीं होता. They deposited in our animals, aquatic animals, and they come in our food chain. And these are the storage in the aquatic animals fats and come in our bodies through the food chain. And what is the best practices to maintaining the water quality? These are the some causes. These are the some cause of the water pollution. Okay. And the first is the increasing the sampling sources of the water quality monitoring. No doubt, Central Water Commission and Central Groundwater Board, State PhD departments, State Groundwater Board departments is analyzing the groundwater sources. But we need a data of all the sources that is available in our city, our village, और छोटा ढाणी टाइप भी गांव होता है उसका भी हमारे पास डाटा होना चाहिए. Not only the limited parameters. यदि नहीं है डाटा तो we need to be increase our sampling sources. ताकि क्या है पूरे इंडिया का एक हमारे को एक सिनेरियो मिले. उससे एक वाटर रिसोर्स सैंपलिंग स्टेशन यदि if we increase, what's happened? हमें हॉटस्पॉट पता चलेगा. Where is the water quality problem? Because some part having the some iron like a fluoride problem, some part having the metal problem, कुछ पार्ट ऐसे होंगे जहां पर नाइट्रेट कंटामिनेशन हो. तो एक हमारे को पूरा कंप्लीट सिनेरियो, वी गेट ए कंप्लीट सिनेरियो आफ्टर द इंक्रीजिंग ऑफ द वाटर. Strengthen of the our water quality network, river water quality network. Central Water Commission is also doing lot of work on the strengthen of the water quality network, जो मैं अभी आपको next slides में बताऊंगा. and also they identify the point and non-point sources of the pollution. किसी भी सिटी में ड्यू टू रीजन ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल एक्टिविटीज की वजह से कोई पोल्यूशन हो रहा है, सरफेस वाटर क्वालिटी डिटोरेटेड हो रही है या ग्राउंड वाटर क्वालिटी डिटोरेटेड हो रही है, फाइंड आउट द व्हाट इज द कॉज एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी सजेस्ट द रेमेडीज एंड setup of the modern sophisticated water quality. This is the very important, very important in a management of the water quality. Why? Now, abhi what's happened? Water quality monitoring the lot of the agencies. State में हम सबसे strong network की बात करें तो Public Health Engineering Department, PhD department having the very strong network in India, but they are analyzing only the limited parameters. Some major cation, anion parameters they are analyzing. Maximum 13-14 parameters they are analyzing, like calcium, magnesium, hardness, sodium, potassium, chloride, nitrate, like these are parameters they are in. Now, we're not having the facilities, we're not having the data of the toxic metal level like arsenic, chromium, cadmium level in our groundwater. So it is necessary to develop a modern and sophisticated water quality laboratory in a state level. At least one AC laboratory they have a very good type of equipment. Similar technology and other industrial contamination is also deteriorating our water quality, and those industrial zero discharge, operation and maintenance of the treatment of plant, rainwater harvesting, recharge of the groundwater. So these are the some points I discuss that strengthen of the water quality. For example, first strengthen of the water. For example, river water is flowing. It is very necessary to collect the sample of the upstream, center line, and the downstream. For example, मैं आपको example देता हूँ कि मथुरा सिटी में यमुना enter करती है, तो it is very necessary to collect the sample from the upstream, downstream, and the center line. इससे क्या होगा? What's happened? We got a data. How much pollution load is increasing due to region of the Mathura city? We can calculate it. Accordingly, we will set up the treatment plants. Mathura city में BOD load is the 400, 100 है, 50 है. Accordingly, we set up the treatment. And also religious importance. जहाँ पर भी religious activity होती है, it is very necessary to monitor the water quality regular basis, because religious activity में coliform level biological contamination play a very important. Also, identify the cause of this hotspot. Just like I give an example, a complete river कभी भी polluted नहीं होता. Some stretches is polluted. So identify the stretch, polluted stretch, and what is the length of the polluted stretch. So accordingly, we will take the necessary action to restore our rivers. Like this is the example of the river. How you select the network, how to increase the network. For example, this is the river. This is the river, and this is the international boundary. If the water is enter in an international boundary, it is very necessary to monitor this point. By international boundary से किस तरह की water quality आ रही है, it is very necessary to identify. Major city है, तो upstream, downstream, and center line. And there's some industrial activities है. It is very necessary to collect the sample from the before confluence of the industrial waste in the river. ये क्या this give a quality, this type of the pollutant, higher concentration pollutant are entering in our rivers. If we are using the water for the irrigation purpose, it is very necessary to monitor the water quality, collect the sample from the here. If very high concentration of the pollutants like some chromium concentration या other industrial waste is entering, that is क्या होगा? Its effect on our food chain. This is the one example of the river. एंड लेक का भी है एग्जांपल, इनलेट में इट इज वेरी नेसेसरी टू मॉनिटर, आउटलेट में, एंड द आल्सो दी सम अदर पॉइंट्स, तो पूरा का कंप्लीट वाटर क्वालिटी. So it is very necessary to increase the strengthen the water quality network. बहुत सी रिवर्स है, many rivers in India. Some government agencies also, government agency monitor कर रही है, like Hindon River. Hindon River पे first Central Water Commission having the one cited, that is the Galeta. Only water quality cited Galeta. But only basis of the Galeta site we cannot declare the water quality of the Hindon River. So accordingly, the high authority, competent authority, take the necessary action to increase the water quality station on the Hindon River. This is the work done by the Central Water Commission. So we get a complete scenario. What is the water quality? Upstream में क्या water quality थी? Central line में क्या हुआ? Downstream में water quality किस तरह से deteriorate हुई या improve हुई? So हमें इस तरह से very necessary to increase the water quality stations. हमें sophisticated water quality laboratory state level पे होना चाहिए. पंकज जी, आप बाद में क्वेश्चन पूछ लीजिएगा. जस्ट आई टेक द 20 मिनट मोर और बस. ओके सर. मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी लेबोरेटरी होना चाहिए. जस्ट मैंने आपको कहा, कहीं स्टेट लेवल डिपार्टमेंट इज डूइंग एक्सीलेंट वर्क इन ए वाटर क्वालिटी. PhD department having a very strong network, but we required to strengthen the state water quality PhD laboratories, state groundwater department laboratories for with these type of instruments. यदि atomic absorption spectrophotometer होगा, they can analyze all the metals. Advanced instrument होगा ICP. That is also analyze immediately a lot of the same. 1 minute में you can get a lot of metals results. Gas chromatograph. अभी हमारे पास इंडिया में we not having the lot of the data. रिवर में कितना पेस्टिसाइड लेवल है, कितना ग्राउंड वाटर में पेस्टिसाइड लेवल है, हमें इतना डाटा हमारे पास नहीं है. So we need to increase the water quality network as well as the strengthen of the water quality laboratories. Okay, TOC. TOC is the very important parameter that give a quantity of the total organic load. कि किसी भी सैंपल में, स्पेशली लेक वाटर में, ग्राउंड सरफेस वाटर में, रिवर वाटर में कितना ऑर्गेनिक लोड है. दिस टोटल ऑर्गेनिक कार्बन गिव दैट. हमें उसके बाद बीओडी एनालिसिस की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा, क्योंकि बीओडी एनालिसिस में क्या होता है, मेनी टाइम ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, यदि साइड डिस्टेंस में है तो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में हमारे को प्रॉब्लम आता है सैंपल में. So these are the some parameter, total organic carbon analysis. This type of the instrument we can also analyze the total nitrogen level. नाइट्रोजन साइकिल को हम आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं, ऑर्गेनिक के लोड कितना उसको आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, किस कंसंट्रेशन में है, by using this instrument. Auto titrator. Generally, state laboratories are analyzing by the titration, calcium, magnesium, chloride, and carbonate, bicarbonate. These ions are using by the titration. But if we plan for the strengthen the water quality network, water quality management, so we need to give these some like this type of the auto titrated like instruments. इसमें आपका you can put your sample. This instrument automatically analyze all the this titration parameters. The result, if we increase the samples, there is no problem. We can use this type of instrument and we analyze all the samples. Digital burettes, generally glass burette give the this type of 0.7 the key result. But to increase the accuracy, this type of the digital burette be used. Zero liquidity, industrial activities is increasing. So these are the many industries are discharging their waste treated or partially treated on our water bodies. But हमें उनको promote करना चाहिए to zero liquid discharge. Means का industrial use the fresh water and after the wastewater they treated their wastewater and reuse for again for their industrial. They not dispose in our surface water bodies and the other body. And also CPCB having also the guideline for the zero discharge industry. So implement strictly on the some industries. These are some management part. And second part is the what is the role of the Central Water Commission in water quality monitoring? Lot of the organization involved in the water quality. Some state water quality, central and state pollution control board, their mandate is different. They are monitoring the surface and water quality station, but for the industrial pollution point of view. And Central Water Commission is the apex body of the Ministry of Jal Shakti, and they have a very strong network in India, especially in the river. They are doing the hydrological observation as well as the water quality. We are also analyzing. So we, Central Water Commission, having the very strong network in the river water quality monitoring. And central and state groundwater department, they are monitoring some groundwater resources. And public health engineering department is also very strong network for the collection of the sample in the state and for the drinking purpose. And this is the Central Water Commission growth. Sir, you see, in 99, we have the only 319 station on the water quality station in all river basin, covering the all river basin. But day by day, that is the increasing. Now in 2019, that is the 552. But we proposed some water quality stations for strengthen of the water quality network. And in future, that will be increased in 1016. And in Central Water Commission, the water quality observation starting since 1960. And this slide is showing the basin-wise water quality site in Central Water Commission. And these are the basin-wise. Now 552 water quality station in the Central Water Commission we are monitoring, and the highest water quality station on the Ganga basin, and some other basin is also. We are covering all the basins in India. And on the basis of what is the basis of the water quality stations monitoring? We classify the water quality station like a base station, trend, and the flux station. This is the classification of the Central Water Commission to opening any water quality station. यदि कोई इस तरह का स्टेशन है, there is no what is the definition of the baseline station? Baseline station हम किसे कहेंगे? जहां पर की रिवर की वाटर क्वालिटी इज नॉट इफेक्टेड ड्यू टू रीजन ऑफ द ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज, दैट इज द अपस्ट्रीम ऑफ द रिवर्स, जहां से वो ओरिजिनेट हुई है उस एरिया की दीज आर. तो अकॉर्डिंगली वी डिसाइड द सैंपलिंग, अकॉर्डिंगली वी डिसाइड द इन ए ईयर वी कलेक्ट द 6 सैंपल्स. ट्रेंड स्टेशन मींस वेयर some human activities is affecting the river water. That is the station is called the trend station, where we collect monthly sample. We collect means once in a month, means 12 times in a year. And third categorization is the flux station या impact station. Means month में 3 times we collect the sample. First, 11 and 21st of the date of the month. We collect 36 times in a year in that station. And this is the water quality network in the Central Water Commission. I already told you. Now we 552 we 552 water quality station we are monitoring in all over India, covering all the river basins. And accordingly, our higher authority give our direction to the river data directorate. You increase the water quality station water quality network in India. So accordingly, we 5 criteria we select and we proposed 464 additional water quality station in our rivers. Depending on the longitudinal profile, hotspot, point source of pollution, city का industrial activity के कारण हो रहा तो non-point sources, and religious activity. On the basis of these 5 criteria, we propose the 464 additional water quality station in Central Water Commission. And tentative, these are the some 464 water quality station spread in this slide. And water quality laboratory setup in Central Water Commission. We have one national water quality laboratory that is located in Delhi. This laboratory is the accredited in chemically as well as the biological parameter through the NABL accreditation. And 4 level 3 laboratory at in our regional laboratory. These are located in Varanasi, Hyderabad, Coimbatore, and the Guwahati. इसके अलावा 18 level 2 laboratories हैं जो कि divisional water quality laboratory है. Also we have the 295 level 1 laboratory. Where we how much parameter we analyze, I give in the next slide. These are the level 1 laboratory जहाँ के पर कि हम in all over India, that is the 295 level 1 water quality laboratory all over India, where we analyze the 6 water quality parameter. And level 2 laboratories, the 18 number of the level 2 laboratories, where we are analyzing the 25 physico-chemical parameter, also some bacteriological parameter. And the 5 is the level 3 laboratory, जिसमें कि 4 is the regional laboratory, 1 is the national laboratory, where we are analyzing the 41 water quality parameter, covering the physico-chemical, major cation, anion, biological parameter. इसके साथ additional, in this laboratory, we analyze the heavy metals and the pesticides. These are the 295 water quality laboratories spread in all over India. Where these are the some photograph of the Central Water Commission field site, where they are observing the hydrological observation. Also, we collect the water quality sample and analyze in over level 1 laboratory. There. This is the level 1 laboratory, and we have this type of the equipments where we analyze the pH, dissolved oxygen, conductivity, temperature, color, and odor. These are parameters we analyze over level 1 laboratory, that is the 295 in Central Water Commission in a field. And these are the some locations where over 18 and 5 level 3 laboratories located. These are the scenario in all over India. And out of this one, 12 laboratories are NABL accredited in chemical discipline. Or 1 laboratory of the National Laboratory of the Central Water Commission located in Delhi is also accredited in the chemical discipline. And this is the some photographs of the National River Water Quality Laboratory of the Central Water Commission. And on the basis of the water quality laboratory, we are analyzing the parameters. And level 1 laboratory, we are analyzing the 6 parameters. And level 2 laboratories, where we are analyzing the 25 parameters, covering the ions and the anions. Also, we are analyzing the form and the fecal coliform. And level 3 laboratory, analyzing all the 25 parameters and doing the 9 metals and the pesticides in our protocol. All the laboratory of the Central Water Commission are accredited through the NABL, and we have the ISO 17025. And this is the NABL is the accreditation body of the Government of India. And these are the locations. These are the location showing star, green star is showing the accreditation of the laboratory. And what is the benefit of the accreditation? It's an indication of the ability and integrity of the laboratory. And our test results is internationally, nationally recognized. And public, court, and other industries accept our analysis results. And decision and they provide the guidelines. These are the benefit of the and other laboratories ka accreditation is under process. Most probably in it year we will achieve. We are trying to achieve the other remaining laboratory be accredited हो जाए. This is the control and quality activities also conducted in the during the NABL accreditation. And recently we published the lot of water quality books in India, water quality hotspot in the rivers of the India in 2017, and continuously Central Water Commission 2011 से 2011 से hotspot for the status of the trace and toxic metal in Indian rivers are analyzed, covering all the river basins. And in a year, पूरे साल में we collect the time of the samples and we analyze in a one laboratory and publishing this type of the books. This is the great achievement of the Central Water Commission. We have a toxic metal data of all river basins. December 2012, 14, 18, and 19, we published these books. And also, recently we also analyze the dissolved oxygen level in a all river basin. What is the effect of the time and the temperature on the DO level in the rivers? Complete पूरे all river basins में some we select the some water quality stations. वहाँ पर की पूरे 24 घंटे हमने एनालाइज किया सैंपल को किस तरह से टेम्परेचर और टाइमिंग dissolved oxygen level को इफेक्ट कर रही है. This book is also available on Central Water Commission website. And the other is the leaching of molasses from the sugar mill, Gurdaspur districts, 2018. Type of the work is also interested. किस तरह से पूरा रिवर में उसको व्यास रिवर इफेक्टेड दी. And in the lockdown period, we are also monitoring the water quality of the rivers. And accordingly, water quality 129 water quality stations we select for, and we collect the sample for during the lockdown period. And this is my presentation. Thank you. Milind sir, any questions?
All are requested. If there is any question, kindly ask their questions.
Yeah.
Zakir ji, there is one question in chat room. Yes, question is, as air quality index. Yes, as air quality index is reported by CPCB, whether CWC, CPCB, or any other agency report on water quality index.
Sir, actually वाटर कमीशन ने भी एक वाटर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स बनाया है अभी ड्यूरिंग ए वन मीटिंग हेल्ड इन मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ जल शक्ति. We also prepare a water quality index and circulate it to the other agencies like a CPCB department. Their views that this water quality index we prepare, you give the water इसमें comments आप दीजिए. And also no doubt sir कि जिस तरह से नो डाउट जिन्होंने पूछा है हमें रिजल्ट को बताते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल पैरामीटर हमारे 25, वी गिव द 25 पैरामीटर रिजल्ट्स. उससे आम आदमी को या पब्लिक को ये पता नहीं चल पा रहा है कि वाटर क्वालिटी क्या है इसका. तो अकॉर्डिंगली कहीं एजेंसीज है जैसे कि कैनेडियन वाटर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स है, इंडिया में भी कई एजेंसी कुछ एजेंसी ने वाटर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स बनाया था. They use the data and give a one value. This water is good, bad, yeah, excellent, yeah, partially polluted, like this type of the categorization they give. So Central Water Commission is working on the water quality index. हमने सभी तो इनको जो वाटर क्वालिटी में इन्वॉल्व है उनको ये इंडेक्स भेजा हुआ है. आफ्टर द गेटिंग ऑफ देयर व्यूज वी विल पब्लिश एंड वी इम्प्लीमेंट और वाटर क्वालिटी जो डाटा है हमारे पे उन पे हम इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे.
Okay, Dr. Zakir Hussain ji, next question is, what measures should be taken to prevent fluorisis in water?
Yes, sir. Fluorosis in water is a very important emerging pollutant in our groundwater sources. तो इसका रीजन क्या है? फ्लोराइड इज द हाईली इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट इन आवर पीरियोडिक टेबल. इसकी व्हाट इज द केमिस्ट्री? इसमें क्या है सर कि फ्लोराइड क्या होता है कि हाईली इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट है, तो वो डायरेक्ट जब हाई कंसंट्रेशन हम कंज्यूम करते हैं इट्स इफेक्ट या डिपोजिटेड ऑन आवर बोन्स. जो कैल्शियम की चीजें हैं जैसे टीथ हुआ, बोन हुआ, तो वो क्या करता है कैल्शियम जो बोन्स वगैरह का जो कंपोजिशन होता है सर दैट इज द फॉस्फेट हाइड्रोक्साइड OH आयन को रिप्लेस करके वो फ्लोराइड एपेटाइट बना लेता है. दिस इज द इरिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन. इस कारण से क्या है कि एक बार फ्लोराइड इफेक्ट होने के बाद उसका जस्ट लाइक हम इसको कह सकते हैं कि ऐसी बीमारी है जिसका ही उपचार है.
Sir, excuse me, English, please. Sir, English.
Yes. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I give. Actually, fluoride is a highly regular negative element. Its effect on our calcium-rich things of the our bone, like a bone, teeth, and it's like a calcium phosphate hydroxide is its composition of our bones, and hydroxide ion is removed by the fluoride, and they make calcium apatite. This reaction is irreversible. So the treatment is a fluoride. If a person is affected due to region of the fluoride, for example, if a teeth is affected, the bone is affected, so there is no treatment, but the prevention is the treatment. In one slide, I show you calcium-rich item we need to be eat in increase in our daily routine. आपको सर एक एग्जाम्पल आई गिव वन एग्जाम्पल. इन सम विलेजेस इन राजस्थान some area is very highly affected due to region of the fluoride, but their people is not affected due to region of the fluorosis. What is the cause? Because in Rajasthan एक कहावत है some spoken like this, you eat you take one katori of the dahi every day. Like Andhra Pradesh, they are using the rasam मतलब इमली का पानी. That is the antioxidants. Okay, these are the reason to avoid the what is the mitigation? Increase the intake of the calcium, vitamin C, and the E of the other oxidants. And avoid and use the safe drinking water sources. Use these surface water sources, because the technology of the removal technology is very costly. Because I give you one example, sir. Technology is depend on the chemicals. If we remove the one chemical, we adding the some X chemical, and some waste is generated. And if throw the waste in the environment, again the fluoride is come over environment. That is the reason. So these are some mitigation of the fluoride.
Thank you, Mr. Zakir, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate your efforts and the way you explained. It's wonderful. I have two questions, sir. One especially with respect to the fluoride content. So,
Yes, sir.
what do you think? In the groundwater we found, you studied about Rajasthan and others area. You talked about that we
Yes, sir.
found fluoride in the groundwater. So, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
true the property of the fluoride is getting making the bones such product that cannot be reversed. So what's
Correct.
your input key how to reduce the contamination in the ground with respect to fluorosis first? Second, I have a question regarding the testing of water quality. The standard of IS 1005 500 10500 is asked about the testing of the water quality parameters.
Yes, sir.
That's explained around 48 or some others, 40 around 50 parameters. So,
Right.
as an expert and a CAC as a organization, some industry are doing tests with respect to 40 parameters, some are doing 50 parameters, some are doing 20 parameters. Because the standard defines the list of parameters, but not the which has to be followed. How means like the two parameters are like radio tech test. So on what
Yes.
cases radio has to be done? So that is very costly aspect for the industry, first of all. Second, that is very important parameter also, because if the water is having radioactive isotope, it's going to impact use. So what's your input on that part? Ki which way the industry should adopt with respect to that?
First, your question is regarding the fluorosis, sir. Right? Fluoride.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Actually, in a sir, fluoride testing is we have a no doubt we have a lot of the data regarding the fluoride.
Yes.
Fluoride problem is running both from the around the 1995 UNICEF project is going on in all the states. So we
Yes.
have the lot of the data. In even a very small village where the 2-3 houses is there, we have PhD department having this type of the data. Okay, awareness program is also there, and no doubt इसमें main cause of the fluoride complete area is not affected, sir. Some location are affected due to reason their geology is this type of the geology is there. That is the reason the fluoride concentration is increasing in the source. And what is the solution, sir? Best solution is the use the surface water board, surface water source. I give one example, sir, to you. We earn if we are going we are doing a job, and I am doing the job in Central Water Commission. I have the two monies. One I save the money and deposit in the bank. Second, third is the one is the every month I am getting the some salary. But what is the surface water is the over monthly salary, sir. And groundwater salary is groundwater is over deposit salary. What is we are going? We are using the groundwater. Means that day by day, water depth is going down. So the mineral concentration, leach withering reaction of the our rocks is increasing. So the mineral concentration is increasing in our groundwater sources. So day by day, some minerals. Initially, the arsenic contamination is come in the West Bengal area, but day by day that is increasing because the water depth is going down and the some minerals effect is coming. That is the reason for the fluoride. So what is the solution, sir? Best solution is the sir. Surface water resources we need to be improved and we use. One I give one of my example to you, sir. I belong to the Rajasthan state and where I study in Rajasthan in Ajmer district, that village after joining my job, got the data of the my village where I study and that area. But I am not affected due to the fluorosis. What is the cause behind it? Because we are using the water source that is nearby the talab. That is the improving the water quality of the that. These are the some points. The government is also taking the floor in a one will all sources are not a fluoride affected, sir. Some the government is stop the and you are saying question. I also give this answer, no doubt. Radioactive isotopes is not studying and by the all the agency. This is the mandate of the only the BARC, sir. And BARC and some National Institute of Hydrology is also find the some contaminated source in the Punjab is also having the some radioactive isotope. So only this is the mandate of the particular some agencies, and that's
Sir,
what I
my
think.
question is, what expertise as a expertise? What's your input as a common practice? We should go for the old testing or the as per the that standard, or a basic parameters, or and what is the frequency? As per the standard, it is required every 6 months or annually. So, as a best practices, what's your recommendation on that part?
Sir, if we talk about the river water quality, first, river water quality have some standards, baseline, trend, and fluctuation. If your river is affected due to some human activity, means that the categorization is there. That every month you collect the sample. If your water quality is affected due to the industrial and the other activity, human activity, you collect 3 samples in a 1 month.
Sir,
First,
I'm interpreting, sir.
I,
Sir, I'm interpreting.
I'm
My question is about the drinking water only. Sorry,
not
I'm
drinking
not.
water, I'm saying, sir. In a drinking water, sir, all the drinking water in a public health engineering department supply the water in the cities. Okay. And cities every day they collect the sample for the bacteriological contamination. They check the chlorine, what is the chlorine level in these samples, and also after the testing they supply the water. This like some cities. And the groundwater quality, they have a mandate. They collect the sample 2 times in a year. They collect the samples.
Got it, sir. Point. My issue is they are talking about the chlorine by zero point 0.5 ppm. They are incubating the chlorine and they trying to maintain the minimum 0.5 ppm concentration in the
Yes, sir.
domestic water. My question is, they supply this water to the industries or municipal corporations or the people in the society. So, as per the legal obligations, some industries or some organization has to test their water because that is a mandatory
Yes,
requirement as per the legal obligations. So, but there is no frequency mentioned with respect to the testing. If I had done a water testing of now, so what is the frequency I had to test it again? First, second, does I have to test the whole the 48 parameters, or I have to done the basic 10 parameter or 20 parameters? So these there is no clarity on that aspect. So some industry is doing 20 parameters, some is doing 48 parameters. So and you know that radioactive isotope takes around 20 days to get the results. So it
sir.
is a
You are
standard.
sir. You are talking about the industrial activities related. Okay. Industry depend on the industries. Which type of industries is there? Which type of the quality of water they required for the processing of the, for example, textile industry is there.
Sir, I'm talking about drinking water, sir, not the process water. I'm asking about the only drinking water. The standard 10500 only applicable for the drinking water.
Yes, that is for the
So
drinking water only.
yes, so we're talking
But
about
what is the, sir, industry, what is the purpose? You need to be clear, na? Purpose,
yes, sir. So
according,
let me, sir,
based on,
या माफी चाहता हूँ सर मैं फिर एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ मुझे मेरे
हाँ,
एम्प्लॉयज को पीने का पानी देना है
right,
मेरा
sir,
लीगल ऑब्लिगेशन है मुझे उसकी टेस्टिंग करानी है
correct.
ठीक है मुझे किस फ्रीक्वेंसी से टेस्टिंग करानी है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सेकंड कितने पैरामीटर पे करानी है उस स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से वो स्टैंडर्ड ये बताता है कि ये पैरामीटर पानी में चेक होने चाहिए
Okay.
सवाल ये है कि मैं मेरे आसपास 50 इंडस्ट्रीज हैं they are all utilizing water and they are treating their wastewater also and discharging to the drain or
Mhm.
in the ground for the horticulture that's okay but my question is कि जो टेस्टिंग करानी है मुझे जो पानी मिल रहा है उसकी क्या फ्रीक्वेंसी होनी चाहिए टेस्टिंग की सेकंड वो जो पैरामीटर मेरे को डिफाइन किए हैं जो लीगल ऑब्लिगेशन मेरे को टेस्ट कराना है उसकी क्या फ्रीक्वेंसी और किसने फ्रीक्वेंसी पे कौन कौन से पैरामीटर कराने हैं
हाँ
थैंक
सर,
यू
मैं
वेरी मच
बताता हूँ आपको. Actually, मैं I explain you. The number, you cannot say, sir, this if you have a one water bottle, you cannot say that this water is fit for the drinking. You not say
ट्रू
because
सर सवाल तो यही है
because
सर
उसका reason है sir. You select your criteria for the selection of the parameter is the 20 parameters. On the basis of the 20 parameter, you can declare this water is fit for the drinking. For example, आपके पास है as per the BIS standard, you analyze the all the parameters, sir. Okay. Some emerging pollutant is come. Some emerging pollutant is present is there. So you not safe. On the basis of the parameter, you declare your peoples on the basis of the 20 parameter. This is the, और यदि हम बात करते हैं सर मेटल की कंसंट्रेशन रेगुलर इंक्रीज नहीं होता है तो जनरली वी कलेक्ट द सैंपल 3 times in a year in a surface water. As per the groundwater, एक mandate है sir, the water quality assessment authorities one document is there. On the basis of that document, the frequency is decided and parameter is also decided at there. Frequency क्या है? In a groundwater, toxic metal analyzed once in a year in a groundwater sample. And if you are using the surface water sample for the drinking purpose, and 3 times in a year you need to be analyzed the toxic metal. According to the other parameters, this also define if the station is the baseline station, planned or flux station, the parameter list is also there. And if you give me your email address, I circulate you the water quality assessment authorities budget notification is there.
Thank you very much, sir. It's really support us because as a best practices we are doing or require frequency, but we don't know कि it is the right way or we are doing a right protocol. So my question is on that part, and I really appreciate the way you explain. It's very elaborated. So thank you very much.
Yes,
It's a very
definitely.
detailed
I will be
discussion.
give me your address. I will be provide the that gazette notification that is very useful for you. For the which parameter you need to be analyzed depend on the station and the what is the frequency you require. Okay,
Sure,
sir.
sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zakir. Next question is, what CPCB is doing to monitor the discharge of chemical water by the industry in Ganga River? Zakir, I am audible?
Sir, audible, but what is the CPCB is doing? I am unable to say this thing. What they are doing. I can explain.
Okay. Next question is, what is your advice on BOD measurement in levels of less than 3 ppm as the comparable certified standards are either very costly or not available, and if there is any proficiency test provides in India? Can you answer this question?
Yeah,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
I'd like to add on this part one more. सर जाकिर सर इसमें मैं
हाँ,
ऐड ऑन करना चाहूंगा क्योंकि जो ये स्टैंडर्ड अभी स्पेसिफाइड हुए हैं फॉर द बीओडी ऑफ लेस देन 3 ppm, very difficult for the organization to treat those waste or domestic wastewater to that level. Second,
Yes,
it's
sir.
very costly, impacting reducing the BOD load from 4,000 to 3 ppm or 10 below less than 10 ppm. It's impacting the whole process.
Yes, sir.
Already we are working on the source as an industrial, we are working on the source, how to reduce the load in the wastewater, but still reducing to less level less than 3 ppm, it's a very cost implication is there. Second, what's your input? I really uh, happy to see that somebody has raised these questions. So what's your input, how to look after those options, and what are the cost benefit techniques you suggest us for the treatment of such treatment to reduce the BOD load in the water?
Sir, no doubt, BOD load is totally depend on the which type of the industry is there. For example, we talk about the paper and plump industries. Okay. So natural BOD is very high. There is no contamination, and the chemical contamination is there. And if a BOD is where organic matter is there, or no doubt that the cost of the BOD level decreasing is very high, and industry is not affording this cost, and the standard for the discharging on inland is the 3 ppm or 10 ppm like this one. So, sir, it's costly. Need to be adopt the latest technologies for the reducing the BOD. And the other question is there, CRM, certified reference material for the analysis of the BOD, sir. Glucose glutamic acid is their chemical. There is no necessary, sir, to purchase your BOD CRM for the Sigma, Eldridge, and the other companies. Glucose glutamic is the you can use for the quality control activity for the BOD analysis, and that is also mentioned in the APHA book of the APHA book.
Yeah, sir, I agree on that. But Zakir sir, as you know, the railway has adopted some technology with respect to a BOD load of wastewater of the railway ports. So they are using some anaerobic bacteria to treat that BOD load. So,
Yes.
the level they have adopted very good efficient bacteria they have adopted to treat that load, and in a 24-hour cycle. Nothing to we are not investing any electricity on that, but we are not especially equipment. There are no extra load, and we are reducing the load on the environment. So
Yes, sir.
the way same can as expired as a government organizations, you recommend for the industries to reduce the BOD load in the wastewater, so that should be cost effective for the organization.
Sir, मैंने कहा ना, that's depend on a cost effective. If your BOD is for example, in a alcohol industries, ठीक है, like in this type where the molasses is there and thousands of the BOD is there, how can you reduce this BOD? That's depend on the, but some technology is there. They are reducing the BOD. I not know clearly which type of the industry, which type of the treatment plant is there for they are reducing the BOD. But the international countries, many countries is their law is very strict and they are treating properly the BOD load, and after they are discharging the water in the land, sir.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Good afternoon to all of you. My question was
Yes.
not actually related to industries. It was actually 3 ppm is not actually attainable, or it is not required even. The CPC standards doesn't say 3 ppm. I was actually referring to the water quality measurement in rivers. Generally, in rivers
Yes.
also, it is very difficult to get 3 ppm, but there are certain areas where we are getting less than 3 ppm. So far, the question of Mr. Rajiv was concerned. I think he was referring to STPs, sewage treatment plant, and
Yes, sir.
STPs are gradually nowadays you can have STPs. Practically, we are getting less than 10 BOD before 2019 2018. Actually, practically we are getting less than 10 BOD. But the problem actually I raised before Dr. Zakir sir was that, sir, actually, sir, this BOD, the standard we are talking about, that is somewhere limited. That gives some result around 200 something, sir, 220 or something ppm. So
Yes.
can we correlate, sir, with this 3 ppm range? That is my question actually.
The 3 ppm range is the, sir, 3 ppm जो कह रहे हैं standards का, that is the river water quality standard. That above the 3 ppm, that is
Yes, yes, sir.
indicating the pollution. They are not saying that 3 ppm come to reduce the industrial waste. Inland dischargement, that is the different standard for the CPCB. Not a 3 ppm is not their standard.
I agree, sir. I agree. My point is, sir, when we are measuring up to that level, how to
Okay.
ensure that the result is actually representative? Because we don't have standards, we don't have PT providers. So in that case, how
Who
do
is saying, sir? Who is saying BOD PT provider is available in?
no beauty PT provider up to this level, sir? I'm asking about 3 ppm level or less than 3 ppm. If there is any, you can please advise. That is what I
They
was
are,
asking for.
no doubt, sir. They are not sending the sample to you for the 3 ppb level. Okay, they are not sending this type of sample. But you can do the in BOD analysis. What's happened? If your BOD is very high, you dilute the sample. And the second alternate, I show you one slide in there, sir. Some correlation of BOD and COD is correlation with the TOC. I give a one slide. TOC is the very important parameter. What is the BOD? Biochemical oxygen demand. BOD, organic load we are measuring. And TOC is also measuring the organic load. And some factors is there. If you are doing some research, you are analyzing the BOD, you are also analyzing the TOC. You get some factors. Some factor, you get the factor, and on the basis of the factor, you can direct calculate the BOD. No need to be analyze the analyze the BOD. But
Thank
it
you,
is
sir.
very
Thank you.
necessary internationally. TOC, total organic carbon parameter, is added in the industrial purpose, discharge purpose. They added, but in India, the CPCB and the other regulatory bodies is not added the TOC parameter. They are using the BOD and the COD only.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Actually, wonderful deliberation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
I'd like to thank you to Dr. Saab and the National Doctor Academy. It was a wonderful sessions, very elaborated explanation with respect to the water resources. We are struggling. We are not able to get the good quality of water in the remote areas or villages. So very well explained, sir. I'm really thankful to all the participants and the team who were able to make this happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you,